been a lifetime of service to America's national security from the time he was a Marine to the time he got involved in the counter-jihad movement. I think I first came across you. Am I speaking loud enough? Who was the guy that told me I need to speak loud? Okay. Let me know if I don't speak loud enough. Watching a YouTube video of a guy holding up a copy of Reliance of the Traveler, telling somebody the truth about Sharia. I was like, that took some guts. And I eventually got a chance to meet you.
Is that when 3 officers were in?
Yeah, but that wasn't in the video. That part wasn't in the video, but I heard about that part of it. Which, I mean, that in and of itself takes a lot of guts to get up and tell the truth, because when it comes to this issue, there's a lot of people out there that just don't want to believe it. They just don't want to hear it. And that's really what I'm going to brief a little bit tonight is, you know, we better pay attention to what they say, because they tell us what they're going to do. They tell us what they believe. It's not, they don't keep it a secret. At any rate, but Randy was instrumental a couple years ago in the passage of Andy's Law here in Florida. And I'll briefly go over what Andy's Law is. Andy's Law empowers victims of terrorism to sue those who provide material support for terrorism. And the way that works is in states that don't have state-level racketeering laws, it duplicates racketeering RICO laws. And basically what it does is it provides, on the civil side, provides for attorney's fees and treble damages. Now look, I don't like plaintiff's attorneys, and I don't think my employer, Center for Security Policy, likes plaintiff's attorneys. But what we wanted to do was channel plaintiff's attorneys' efforts in a constructive direction for a change, and have them sue like care chapters and mosques, and bring them to discovery. And the opportunity to do that would have occurred in Orlando. And originally, a state representative named Mike Hill brought Andy's Law to Florida after it had already passed in North Carolina, Alabama, Louisiana, Arkansas, Oklahoma, and Kansas. And it passed through the Senate without objection. And it passed through a subcommittee and 2 committees of the House without any votes against it. And then the House Speaker at the time got mad at Mike Hill about something he did on an abortion bill. Mike is ardently pro-life, and the House Speaker wasn't so much. They got into a conflict about that, so the House Speaker took retribution on Mike and killed all of his bills that session, including ours, which was sitting there waiting to get on the calendar. Fortunately, and then Mike, he's from the Pensacola area, he ran for state Senate and gave up his House seat. He lost narrowly in the Senate race, so he was out. So all of a sudden, Andy's Law, which was this far from passing in Florida, had nowhere to go, but for Randy McDaniels, who introduced me to a guy named Jason Fisher, who I'm sorry he's not here tonight, who took it on, and then we passed it in Florida, not this past session, but the session before that. That's one of the things that Randy has done over the years that we wanted to recognize with this Patriot Award. We feel like there's activists across America who are doing a lot for no pay and devoting a lot of time and effort and sweat equity, and frankly putting themselves at extreme risk and peril in some cases. And they at least need to be recognized with a small token of our appreciation. So it's with great pleasure that I present you with the Patriot Award from the Center for Security Policy.
To most of the people in this room, this award belongs to you as well. Like I said, it wasn't Jason Fisher introduced that door. Well, how did I meet Jason Fisher, got involved with that. Greg introduced me to the Tea Party, got me in the door there, and Joanna and Beth and some others. So again, this award and Joan, I think your group is Eagle Forum, and you guys have had us and supported us. So